Within hours it became the default model on both the free and pro plans of Claude.ai. This video breaks down what Sonnet 5 actually is, what changed under the hood, and why it matters for anyone building software or running a business with AI. Let's get into it. First, some context on where Sonnet fits inside Anthropic's model lineup. Anthropic organizes its models into tiers based on capability and cost. Haiku is the fastest and cheapest tier, built for simple, high-volume tasks. Sonnet sits in the middle, balancing intelligence with speed and affordable pricing. Opus is the most powerful and most expensive tier, meant for the hardest reasoning and coding problems. Above Opus, Anthropic introduced a new tier this year called Mythos. The first Mythos class models are Claude Mythos 5 and Claude Fable 5. Fable 5 quickly became known for topping some of the hardest coding benchmarks in the industry. Sonnet 5 is not the top-tier model, but it is the one most businesses and developers actually need day-to-day. Now let's talk numbers, because this is where Sonnet 5 gets interesting. On SWE Bench Pro, a benchmark that tests how well an AI model can complete real software engineering tasks, Sonnet 5 scores 63.2%. That is a jump from Sonnet 4.6, which scored 58.1% on the same benchmark. For comparison, Opus 4.8 scores 69.2%, so Sonnet 5 is closing the gap with Anthropic's flagship model. On knowledge work tasks, testers have reported that Sonnet 5 actually edges ahead of Opus 4.8 in some evaluations. That is unusual, because normally the higher-tier model wins across the board. It suggests Anthropic tuned Sonnet 5 specifically for practical, everyday reasoning rather than just raw benchmark performance. Sonnet 5 also ships with a native context window of 1 million tokens as a standard feature. To put that in perspective, 1 million tokens is roughly 700,000 to 800,000 words. That means Sonnet 5 can hold an entire codebase, a lengthy legal contract, or hundreds of pages of documentation in a single conversation without losing track of earlier details. For teams working with large repositories or long documents, this alone can change how they use the model. Now let's talk about what Anthropic calls agentic behavior, because this is the headline feature of Sonnet 5. Anthropic describes Sonnet 5 as its most agentic Sonnet model yet. Agentic means the model does not just answer a single question and stop. It can plan out a multi-step task, execute each step, check its own work, and correct mistakes without being prompted at every stage. Early testers consistently report the same pattern. Sonnet 5 finishes complex, multi-step tasks that earlier Sonnet models would stall on halfway through. It also checks its own output for errors before finishing, rather than waiting for a human to point out the mistake. This matters a lot for coding workflows, where a model that can write code, test it, find a bug, and fix the bug in one pass saves enormous time. It also matters for research tasks, where the model needs to gather information from multiple sources, synthesize it, and produce a coherent answer. Let's talk pricing, because this is often the deciding factor for businesses choosing between models. Sonnet 5 launched with introductory API pricing of $2 per million input tokens and $10 per million output tokens. That pricing holds until August 31, 2026, after which it rises to $3 input and $15 output per million tokens. Compared to Opus tier pricing, this makes Sonnet 5 a genuinely affordable option for high-volume use cases like customer support bots, internal research agents, and coding assistants. This pricing strategy tells us something about how Anthropic is competing in the market. Rather than only chasing the top of every benchmark leaderboard, Anthropic is making a strong mid-tier model cheap enough that most companies do not need to reach for the most expensive option at all. There's also a broader industry story happening around Sonnet 5's release. July 2026 has seen a cluster of major model releases across the industry. OpenAI introduced GPT 5.6 with a new naming system, where the number marks the generation and separate tier names mark capability levels. Google released Gemini 3.5 Flash, focused on speed and lower cost experimentation. Alibaba split its Qwen model family into an open wait line for self-hosting and a closed, API-only frontier line. xAI shipped Grok 4.3, built around multiple specialized AI agents that debate each other before producing a final answer. This tells us the AI industry is no longer just racing to build one smarter model. Labs are now competing on speed, cost, openness, and how well a model performs specific jobs like coding or agentic workflows. So where does this leave Sonnet 5 in the bigger picture? It is a mid-tier model that performs like a flagship model on many practical tasks, priced to be used at scale, with a context window large enough for real enterprise workloads. For a business exploring AI adoption, Sonnet 5 is a strong starting point precisely because it does not force you to choose between capability and cost. For developers, the agentic behavior and 1 million token context window mean fewer workarounds and less manual babysitting of the model during long coding sessions. That's Claude Sonnet 5 in a nutshell. If you found this useful, make sure to subscribe for more tech deep dives, and I'll see you in the next video.